Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of My Take. And I'm just going to give my take and my opinion on this Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark situation. All right, Caitlin Clark has played more games, but it's not based on how many games that they played. I'm going off of who's been the most consistent. Now, both of these young ladies are rookies. There are some other players that's been doing well as well in the WNBA. But due to the fact there's been a lot of disrespect for those who are Caitlin Clark fans, they basically disrespected everybody and made it seem like we were silly for even thinking that somebody like Angel Reese can compete in the WNBA, and thought that Caitlin Clark would be head over heels and better than all of the rest of the women that's in the WNBA. So what I decided to do was I said, you know what? I'm just going to based off the statistics now, who has been the most consistent? Which player can I say, oh, I know how much they're going to average. They're very consistent at what they do. I know the type of player that this person going to be, and even in their rookie season, they're both doing a very good job at basically being two young women, two young phenom, and being I guess a asset already to the team. Now I can give it to both of them. I can give it to both of them. But if I had to say right now, the rookie of the year between these two, out of these two, who am I giving the rookie of the year to? A lot of people might want to give it to Caitlin Clark only because she's more of a scorer. I mean, she do have more assists. She do play more minutes. She do have a better shot. She does you know, she does score a lot. She's scoring in abundance. She does draw a crowd. She does help the WNBA out. But then you also got, on the flip side, you got Angel Reese, who does lock down the best player on the team, who does get a lot of offensive rebound, who have been very consistent in her statistics, who have taken full control of the things that she can control. She have got blocked sometimes. She have got some putbacks, made some really good shots. She got some extended plays. She got her team to a 2-2 record. Both of the games that they lost were really close games. Could have went either way. So you got Caitlin Clark, who's playing on a team 1-6, and then you got Angel Reese, who's been playing on a team, and they lost twice. But the team that they beat were the team that actually blew out the Indiana Fevers. Angel Reese has shut down the league MVP, held her to the lowest scoring that she have had in a very long time. And it wasn't the first time. She did it when she played against her in the preseason. So both of these young ladies has had their trials and errors. Okay? Angel Reese gets blocked too much to my liking. Caitlin Clark throws too many turnovers to my liking. Both of these young ladies have flaws. And as you see, I'm basically breaking down who is more of an asset to their team right now. If you take away Caitlin Clark from the Indiana Fevers and put her on the Chicago Skies, and then you take Angel Reese off the Chicago Skies and put her on the Indiana Fevers, do you see any difference? I know some people might say there would be a very big difference. They were the weakest team on it on the in the WNBA. But this is what you also failing to realize. The Chicago Sky was the second. They only had one game more. They won one game more than the Indiana Fevers last season. So while people trying to make it seem like just because the Indiana Fevers was the first team to have a pick in this draft, the 2024 draft, that equate to them just being so weak and being so much weaker than all the other teams. And the fact that Caitlin Clark went on that team, it doesn't matter because they were that weak. But then turn around and make it seem as if the Chicago Sky is a team that that was just one of the top teams in the league, and they only won one game more than the Indiana Fevers. Now, and then here's the other thing. They have a player, one of their better players, also post presence, that hasn't been playing. She's been hurt. Cornelia Cardoso. She's not playing. So they can't equate, oh, they got two first round picks, and one was the third, and the other one was the seventh. She's not playing. It'll be scary once she plays, and then if she comes back doing what she been doing, dominating, then that's going to be a scary sight. Because not only do they now have a post presence, but they got two big men that they can put in the game, and they can put Angel Reese on anybody. And Camila Cardoso gonna be right there for the block. And if I had to give a team that I can compare them to, I would say the Minnesota Timberwolves, where they got Karl Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. That both 7-footers, but they can play on the court at the same time. Now, Angel Reese she's not a 7-footer. She's 6'3". And Camila Cardoso is 6'7", 6'9". And then on the flip side, when it comes to the Indiana Fever, I told y'all what they missing. They're missing a true point guard. That Caitlin Clark is not a true point guard. She's a player that can create a shot, but she's not a true point guard. You see, when she plays, a lot of times she get the ball stole from her. That's because she's not a true point guard. I think that both of these ladies are the future. And I think both of these ladies are going to be good. But it brings me back to the question that I had to ask. Who has been more consistent? Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark? So I said all the things that I said, but this is the question that I have to ask. Because I can get to the MVP, who's going to be not MVP, but the rookie of the year. I can get to that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Unless there's some bias, going on right now, we definitely can't give it to Caitlin by the standards that was set for her. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. But I have to literally ask the question: who has been the more consistent? Hey, Keller said Drake or Kendrick. That's funny. Who has been the most consistent out of these two? And put your biasness aside. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to show y'all the stats real quick for Caitlin Clark real quick. And then I'm going to show y'all Angel Reese. Who has been the most consistent out of the two? When you look at the numbers, okay, this is Caitlin Clark. I don't know if you're going to be, you can't see it. Okay, this is Caitlin Clark. If you can't read it, I'll read it for you. Caitlin Clark, okay, she's 6 foot, was drafted number 1 overall. She averages 15 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. Those are pretty good stats. But the one thing that you don't see in this process is that the fact that she also averaged 5 turnovers. So every other pass is a turnover. So we have to equate that, okay? So now I'm about to get ready to go to Angel Reese. Let's see what her stats look like. And let's see, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that she deserves the most consistent title right now? Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's why I had to go down the list to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a person that go off scoring. I got to go off impact as well. So if we talking all them things, who are we going with? Here's Angel Reese right here. All right. This is hers. That's Angel Reese. Okay. She averaged 12 points, 7.8, but I mean, I'm going to say 7 because I didn't round. Well, if I would have rounded it, it would have been the right. But if I'm around it, say about 8 rebounds and almost two assists and a steal. So when you look at those numbers, right, who are you giving it to? Because I'm talking about impact as well. Whose number has actually helped the team overall? And in my opinion, she played 4 games, as you can see right here. She has been very consistent with her points, almost 13 points a game. Almost 13 points a game, at least 1 steal a game. And she's about two turnovers a game. So I have to say, by giving my opinion, by judging both of these young ladies, I am going to go with Angel Reese. And the reason why I'm going with Angel Reese is because as you look and see her stats, they are consistent. Okay. If we go back and look at Caitlin Clark's, she has not been consistent this season. She just had 8 points the last game that she played, and she played over 30 minutes. That's not consistency. Now, if she was consistent, then she would have basically been averaging about 20 a game. But basically her whole style and her whole play hasn't been the same. One time she may average 22, the other one she may average 13. The other one she'll average 20. Then the next time she'll average, a lower score, about 17. Then she'll average, like, it just has not been consistent. And so, therefore, I have to give it to Angel Reese. And I really give the nod for all of the rookies. I give Angel Reese the nod for all the rookies because it's hard to be consistent, and especially to get almost average a double. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some amazing. This is only her rookie year. She's gonna always get better, and Caitlin Clark is going to get better. She really is. But that wasn't the question. So if y'all like the content, I appreciate it. And honestly, for y'all who don't know, a lot of times I do that, man, just to keep the WNBA name in some people that actually come and you watch the content present, because it only makes sense and it only helps them. Whether you are a Caitlin fan, an Angel Reese fan, Camila Cardoso fan, whoever else fan, this helps the WNBA. You feel what I'm saying? So, hey, do me a solid favor, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's all I got for this topic. I might be back on later on tonight, depending. And that's all I got. That was my take, and I'm out.